Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you may notice right away, I am sick. I've been sick for a while now, and no, it's not COVID. It's just a common cold that I'm going through. It's wintertime, and believe it or not, it actually is cold here in Arizona, in northern Arizona. A lot of people just seem to think of Arizona as this really hot place, but when you live up in the mountains like I do in northern Arizona, then it actually does get cold. And we actually had a little bit of snow flurries today. So it is January 18th, 2022. And I want to tell you all about something that's happened to me in one of my my 3 eBay stores. There seems to be a glitch, and I'll tell you all about it right after this. All right, so like I said, there's a glitch going on in one of my stores. It's in the Retail Reseller Plus store. And what seemed to have happened is eBay has released a new, what is it? It's like a new uploader, right? For photos. And now they're saying that it's, that now you can upload videos to eBay, which is actually pretty awesome because I have some ideas of what I want to do to show off some of my my items that I'm selling, and there's no better way to capture that than with video. So now that eBay is allowing us to put videos up on on their platform, then this may actually be very beneficial in the future. However, as of right now, their new uploader seemed to have screwed everything up in my store. I have over 700 listings in that particular store. And what I've noticed is they changed the shipping on every single one of my items. And what makes it a real mess is that I don't have everything like the same across the board. Some of my items have free shipping. Some of them obviously have different values of shipping. But what it seems to have done with this new uploader update, they changed every single one of my listings to partial $3.99, for $3.99, which really throws everything off. But because the items that I had up for like free shipping, it's now added $3.99 partial shipping on top. I never, by the way, FYI, I never ship anything partial mail, right? I mean, it's either first class or priority or something else like FedEx or UPS or etc. So the fact that it even put everything at partial mail, which is basically what? It's like one of the cheapest or the slowest ways that something gets shipped, which is super unattractive to any possible buyer in itself. So basically, I'm in the process of going through each one by one of my items to change the shipping either back to free shipping or the correct value of what it's supposed to be. Of course, this is a major inconvenience. Of course, this is something I'd rather not be doing. Of course, I have a lot of other things that I'd rather be doing that could make me make my business bigger and to make me potentially more money than to go back and to have to redo every single one of my listings, because eBay has now updated a section of their platform which threw everything else off. Now, as we all know, this is not uncommon. This is something that happens, unfortunately, quite often with eBay. Whenever they fix something, they fix something supposedly for the better, but yet it screws something else up on the other side of it, right? I'm like always dealing with issues in this particular store for whatever reason. I've had issues in the past where I go to my, I end an item and all that stuff, and it goes to my unsold and my not listed category. And when I click in there, so it has the list of the ones that I ended. So if I end like 5 items and then want to sell similar, to relist them, to refresh them back up on the site, what I've noticed is that when I go into my unsold and not listed items, I'm able to select one and then sell similar to relist it back up. And then once it gets relisted, when it refreshes back to the home screen, it goes back to my home screen, not back to the category of the unsold and not listed items, which means I have to go back up to like my eBay and then go back down to selling and then go back into unsold and not listed items again. So it's like another 3 or 4 steps that I have to do over and over again each time that I want to sell similar / relist an item. That is pretty annoying, especially sometimes I'm dealing with like 15, 20, 25 items, and I got to keep doing that each and every time that I want to sell similar, relist the item. My main account, which is the retail reseller, it never has these kind of problems. It always just goes right back to where I left off, and I'm able to just go boom, 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 just start listing them. It takes me literally a quarter of the time. But for whatever reason, my second account here, it's always kind of screwy. There's always some sort of glitch that's going on. The other one that I had going on in my second store for a long time, this went on for about 4 or 5 months in 2021. I've noticed that whenever I wanted to contact my buyers, because every time that I sell something, I always send my buyer a confirmation email letting them know that their item is basically on its way, right? Like it's been shipped. And I've noticed that when I used to hit the contact seller or contact buyer, then it would never go to that actual form where I could contact my buyer. What it would send me off to this other part of eBay, like I don't even remember, like just I don't even know. It would send me back to like the home screen or something like that, right? It would never actually go to the actual form where I can contact my buyer. So what I would have to do is each and every time that I sold something in this account, I would have to go into the buyer's actual personal information and then click on contact, and then I would have to select the item that I want to contact them about, and then that would open up the form, basically to contact them, to let them know that their item has been shipped. And again, that actually led to 2 to 3, 4 extra steps than it would normally take if you're able just to hit contact seller, and then the form comes up, and then you just put your message in there and send it. But that fix has been fixed, right? So that's what I'm kind of saying. Like that problem that went on for months in mid to late 2021 is now fixed. I was excited about that. But then just like a week ago, I went to list something and this whole new form came up, and it looked cool. I was kind of excited at first. I was like, okay. And I started playing around with it. I started seeing the new features where you can add like where you can crop the item, you can color it, you can saturate it, you can add a white background, sort of. I kind of played with that, but it still doesn't seem to be working great. eBay has been really trying to get this worked out where it makes it super easy for us to add a white background on any item. But even in the past, I mean, this has been going on for a couple of years, I think. I went to eBay Open in 2019, and they were talking about then. They were showing it off on the big screen about how these items can be just just 2 clicks, boom, it's like white, instant white background. And we're all like, woo, wow, that's great, that's awesome. But even in this new update, even when I was playing with it and doing a couple of tests with some items and stuff like that, I actually did it with this tank right here. I even put it up against a white background, and it still didn't do a super great job going completely around the tank. It kind of did like half, or it went around, and it just didn't hug like the tank details. So it kind of had like this like white background, but then it was like the off-white that was close to the details of like the cannon here. So it was like off-white. It just didn't do a good job masking it out. And so it still seems like it needs a lot of work. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter to me that much, because all my items do have a white background, but I do it all in Photoshop. I just have my format. I do it very quickly. I mean, I can do 5 or 6 pictures in less than 30 seconds, in Photoshop. So it's a quick process for me. This whole new tool about coloring and cropping and masking out your items within eBay is probably not something I'm going to use, but it's a cool feature, I guess, for other people, to use, especially if you just want everything done within the actual platform itself. But again, now that they offer this, let me just say this real quick. Besides all that, and the actual listing tool, the new listing tool that they offer now, which includes being able to upload a video, is actually pretty cool. I do like it. I do approve it. I do like it. But what I don't like is how it threw everything else off in the rest of my store with the shipping. That's like the only major glitch that I've actually noticed thus far. I mean, there could be more problems coming, or something I just haven't even noticed yet that this actually threw off. So the other thing that I was thinking is that, like, we never know, like, when these things are going to come out, right? Like, when these updates. It's not like when, like, say if you have a Mac, computer, whenever they release a new update, whether if it's 15.2 or 15.22 or whatever, either on your phone or your computer, when you're updating these programs, and they all come with detail about what's being fixed, whether it's bug fix or other fixes that have been problems, within the program itself. The program or the operating system itself, right? The iOS or the OS X, right? So, but with eBay, we don't know what we're getting. Like, it's just these random fixes that they're supposedly fixing through the program itself. Like, we're not actually doing the updating. Like, we're not being notified that, okay, this month it's doing another update to the software, and this is what you're getting to fix it. And so even when you're dealing with these kind of problems, such as what I mentioned about the contacting the buyer issue that I was having, I called eBay a few times about other issues, but kind of brought this up within the conversation, saying, hey, you know what, this thing's still broken, like it's still not fixed. And that's all they tell you on the phone is basically like, hey, yeah, we'll send that ticket to the the technical, the tech team of eBay, and you know, and they'll get to it sometime, right? But I mean, it seems as though when it, I mean, even when they say that, it takes months and months, and even when it happens, like I said, what I'm saying is, even when they do actually fix it, you never know until you know, right? I mean, until that one day you decide to, I just hit it. I hit the contact seller, and it actually worked. And I was like, oh wow, they actually fixed it. Like that was about 4 months ago that I was first complaining about that, right? So, I mean, you would think that eBay would have like this massive or masterful, tech team that's running their actual platform, for problems like this. I mean, eBay is essentially the whole foundation of eBay is the program itself, right? So if the program is not acting correctly or accurately, then that's a problem. That's a problem for eBay themselves, and it's a problem for us sellers, and it's a problem for the buyers. So, I mean, I think that would be priority number one that they would be putting a lot of their money into, that making sure that this platform runs as well as possible. But apparently that's not true. I mean, it seems like, why does it take 4 months to fix something that seemingly shouldn't take that long if they had people on it, like kind of monitoring it all the time? But who knows? I could be wrong. I mean, maybe there was just so many issues. Maybe there's just so many problems with the eBay platform that it takes them 4 months to get to each issue, right? Because they just can't either figure it out, or they're just bombarded with other issues that they have to get to first. So just let me know in the comments if you're having the same problem with this new uploader that they moved on to. I do have 3 stores, and this is the only store that they actually kind of pushed me into it. My main store and my third store, I'm still kind of with the old way, the regular way. I don't know why they pushed my second store into this. I didn't have a choice. I just went to upload it, and it just popped up saying, like, we have a new uploader, importer, and here's how to use it, and here you go. But when they did that again, it threw off every single one of my shipping details on each listing. So I'm now in the process, have been in the process for the past week or so, going through each and every one of my items and basically ending them and relisting them sell similar, and adjusting and readjusting the proper shipping that belongs with that particular item. So again, let me know if that's happening to you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to know more about the problems that I run into with eBay, please subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. Why not, right? And that's all I got for you for this one, and I'll see you on the next one.